What's going on? What's going on, good people?
This is going on, everybody. How's everybody doing this evening? This is Lamar. It's my brother over there, Casey Fowler, and this is episode, as you see it on the bottom, 94 of the Fowl Language Podcast.
Yes, sir. And like every other episode, man, you know what I'm saying? Go get your headphones on if you're at work. Get the kiddies to bed because you might just hear some foul language. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Got that right. I'm going to let my brother clean the ash while we roll the intro.
Perfect.
All right. After a few minutes of technical difficulties, my brother has finally adjusted his accessory situation. So, brother, what is your accessory setup for this evening?
All right, so vodka's vodka. I'm not gonna go into that. Haku, Grey Goose, Belvedere. It's all the fucking same to me anyway. So vodka, cranberry juice is always like I said. I got the diabetes for everybody who's wondering why the fuck is he doing that, drinking vodka with a cigar? Because I fucking want to. But anyway, as far as my cigar, man, I had to do a quick switcheroo real quick. Had some man-made issues, if you will. You know,
Yeah, that was all user error right there.
Operated around this bitch. So I got a Joya de Nicaragua, a Cuatro Cinco.
Yep.
That guy right here, man. And so far, so fucking good, man. I got a feeling this might just low-key put me on my ass later on. How about you, man? What you got?
All right, so tonight I was out and about doing some shopping, and I saw this, and I mean, it said cigar on the front. So I was like, you know what? I don't mind a wine and a cigar, and if it's a wine that says cigar, can't go wrong. You know, you got to drink it out the Game of Thrones. North
Damn, as soon as you saw that, the fucking that shit just came in my ears.
As it should. And to pair it tonight, I've got the Rojas Unfinished Business. I'll be forgetting. There we go.
Okay. That looks like a good one.
Yeah, I've had one or two of theirs before. I actually went to their premiere. I think the guy's out of Texas, actually. I have to double check. But he was here in Texas when I met him. This isn't where I got these from. That was like a couple of years back. And so ended up winning my sampler pack. I was like, bet, gotta try it. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
All right, so it's that time again, everybody, man, where we like to bring some of our positive stuff going on in our world to you guys. So all the negativity and shit going on in the world, we like to show some that there is also some positives going on, man. So we call it the Wibble or the what's best in life, brother. So what's best in life?
All right, man. It's been a pretty good week, man. Went to the office this week, got a new work computer. So that's always fun. Yeah. They getting me ready because next week we have to start going into the office on a limited basis. Yeah, I know.
It's been a long time coming.
I know, man. Shit. I had to go in. Yeah, I don't even talk about it. But it's fine. It is what it is. I'll go in for the little bit of time I got to go in. I'm just basically going in so I don't get fined. So I'll be in there. Kim's student loans got discharged. I don't know if I mentioned that. So she got the letter. They are officially gone.
Hell yeah.
Definitely excited about that. Just learned that the Kenshin remake is getting a new date. So
seen that.
I'm excited about that. You know, there's a little bit of drama with the creator, and I got that, but Kenshin is a classic, man. So
the first 33 episodes. Then after that, it's like.
So I think they're gonna actually do it justice because in the manga, that last Reflections, whatever show movie, they tried to consolidate the true end of it. That's actually pretty interesting because it ties in the current to the OVA type storyline. So that's pretty cool. So it's not horrible, but they did it terribly. Baki is coming out.
Sure. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, part of it's coming out in July, right around my birthday, and then the other half is gonna come out around August. Nice. So definitely excited about that. We watched the Code Geass movie. That's one of my favorite anime. So it picked up right where it left off. Nice and didn't do what the slime movie did. It wasn't that great of a movie, but it was one of those things. If you ain't seen Code Geass in years, it gave you exactly what you wanted, and that was fun. So there was that. So as I quantify my Amazon associate earnings, I like to quantify them in terms of food that I can now afford. I can now get to the point where I can afford my favorite Chick-fil-A meal. So definitely getting up there a little bit, slowly but surely. So excited about that. We are encroaching up on the actual YouTube channel. We're getting closer to that 150 mark. So we're making a little bit of progress. We are at 128 as of today. And yeah, I have a new video coming out tomorrow. And by the time this comes out, it'll probably be too late because it'll have already passed. But happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And that will end my wibble. What do you got?
Let's see, man. Pretty busy fucking week, man. Appointments, going here, going there. Keontae had his honors day this week. He brought in the principal's award, which pretty much for 3 terms or whatever you make straight A's or whatever. So he got the principal's award, he got the citizenship award. Couple more I felt like he should have got, but I mean it is what it is. You know, something's better than nothing.
They want to give him all of them.
Yeah, they should have gave him all of them. But type of school we in, they can't let that kid right there have all of them. Like any other school would normally let my son have most of everything he earned, but it is what it is, man. That shit was just pure fucking chaos. But that was that. Shit, I finished the new Jedi Survivor game that came out. Really, it wasn't that great. It was.
Damn, you were so excited about it last time.
Yeah, I know, man. That's why I got to stop being excited about shit. Because every time I'm excited, shit fucking bombs. So that was that, man. My wife's birthday was just this past fucking Monday. I think the 8th was something like that. So really didn't do nothing the day of her birthday, but yesterday I paid. She had a hour spa, full body spa treatment, and then I got her hotel room to kind of just not be a mom, not be a wife, or none of that shit, so she could just chill and do her for the night and then come back at it. So,
oh damn, man.
Yeah, she did that, and then, Kevion was sick, so I had to watch his ass. He getting better.
That's good.
4-time strep survivor. Damn it.
He gets strep like you used to get ear infections, bro.
Man, I'm telling you. But yeah, so he's doing better with the strep throat, man. Recovering pretty good. He had to go to an allergy specialist, man. He's fucking allergic to everything.
Them allergy specialists make you feel like you are allergic to everything. Because I've been to one.
Like, damn. Need head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You're allergic to every goddamn thing. But other than that, man, it's been pretty good, man. Another busy week. The weeks are getting busier and fucking busier as the time goes. Physical therapy's going good. I got an appointment set for my sacroiliac joint injection, so that's coming up.
Oh, they're gonna hit you with the SI joint, huh?
Yeah, so they putting me to sleep for that. So yeah. And really, that's really what's best in life, man. Other than the Colts, football season's coming, man. They got us we got a black rookie quarterback. We're gonna see what he do, man, because he's the fucking truth in Florida. So we're gonna see what he do in that town, man. And with that, man, that's what's best in life. Oh, and the subscriber wars is still ongoing. We're gonna see who the fuck go get the 150 first this time.
150 is the battle, huh?
So
yes.
Jumped up 6 subscribers today, man. Shout out to them trolls out there, man. Shout out to those real sensitive Caucasian people that every time you hear the word melanin, you get automatically triggered. Shout out to you guys too, man. And that's what's best in life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, you won the first one. It's my turn now. Damn it. I'm coming for you this time.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. All right, man. It is getting, we good in the spring, approaching summer in a little while. Weather's starting to warm up a little bit, so some people like to take their cigar smoking indoors. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do that, man. So what are your thoughts on and you've been mostly inside, so what do you think about smoking cigars inside versus outside? Do you think there's advantages to one versus the other, and what do you prefer?
Well, advantages from smoking inside versus outside, especially down here in the Mississippi, is the goddamn bugs, man. These damn bugs is all over the place. Even right fucking now, I got the light going and there's fucking bugs every fucking way. That's kind of why I switched to recording inside. I got tired of doing this shit, doing fucking Macarena and playing Bop It and shit. So I definitely would prefer inside being in the South. However, on them really, really nice days, I mean, like a really nice day, man, nice
Mm-hmm.
breeze and shit like that. There's just something about smoking outside, got your drink, got your music, and you just vibing on your fucking porch that I just fucking love, man. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
cigar smoking. Don't nobody else smoke cigars around me or in my house, so it's just me outside getting the vibe for a little bit. So that's what I enjoy
Mm-hmm.
about the outside. But as far as preference goes, I mean, I like smoking cigars, bro. So I'll smoke them in the house. I'll smoke them with a mouse. I'll smoke them in a chair. I'll smoke them anywhere around this bitch. I don't really care inside or out. It just depends on the mood I'm in, man. Because I love popping into a little cigar lounge and shit like that and just vibing.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I smoked outside at a cigar spot when I was in El Paso at
Yeah, I've never
Fort
done
Bliss,
that.
the little cigar spot they got. I smoked outside and was just vibing outside with my cigar and shit,
Mm-hmm.
with my drink, my two step, just chilling and shit. So it just depends on, man, the type of mind frame I got at that time. Really, if I
Mm-hmm.
really want to be in a closed environment or we're recording, because recording, I got to do that shit in here because of the lights and all that other shit. But if it's just me, no recording, no nothing, I really kind of prefer outside, cooking on the grill, light that motherfucker up, chilling and shit, man. It's just a different vibe when the weather's nice outside, man. You
Mm-hmm.
can really get into your thoughts and shit. So, I got a little folder table, bring that shit outside, my laptop, do some schoolwork, whatever. I'm just outside vibing. So I like them both, man. That's really all I got, man. How about you?
Um, I don't know. I mean, like, if you asked me before, I mean, I would say outside all day, just
Mm,
because you get that fresh air. You don't have to worry about making sure that the air is properly filtered and it's getting back in the house, and whether it's just you by yourself or like you and your buddies, and it's like four of y'all, five of y'all, or whatever. You don't have to worry about like all those different considerations. Is am I blocking the smoke? Am I letting smoke in? You ain't got to worry about that because it just goes out to the outside.
mm,
Um, but the bugs, man, like,
and just
know what I'm saying?
oh,
Like,
fucking
if I can
can
find the
enjoy your
clip
shit.
again, like, I mean, it took me to a whole black hole of invention and creation because of the bugs in the garage. Yeah. So, I mean, I like the idea, and then I have allergies too. So, dealing with that in a certain time of year, I mean, I don't necessarily like dealing with my allergies. I do miss like like you said, smoke, lighting up a cigar and cooking on the grill and stuff like that. But now that I'm pellet grill gang, you don't have to do all that work. It's just press a button, and the grill will let you know when it is at the optimal temperature for your meat stuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes all that. You don't have to like the coals, get your coals to the right color, rotate any coals. You ain't got to do all that. That requires you to be outside. And I mean, I do kind of miss that, but then I do appreciate the ease. Um, let's see what else. What else? What else? And so thinking of a lounge, like you mentioned, you smoked outside of the lounge. Like I was saying, I never did that before. One, because they have better chairs inside, so I like the chairs inside versus outside. And more people sit inside anyway, because shit, you can smoke outside anyway. If I'm gonna
Right.
go somewhere and pay money to go smoke a cigar outside of the money I'm gonna spend, I'm gonna use up their AC and test their filtration. So I do like the inside for that. And since I've been smoking in the garage for a while and finding the right setup to get everything going, I do enjoy that. Just having the creation of it all and getting it filtered out and trial and error and all that stuff. So that does make it kind of fun for me. But I mean, I think there's pluses and minuses to both. If I had to actually pick one, I guess I'm gonna say inside. I mean, really, I mean, because you got temperature control, um, you can do work. If you got a meeting, yeah, you can do it outside too. But you don't have to worry about like here. You can hear airplanes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't be briefing the latest developments, and it's like, hold on, y'all, the F-35 is flying by right now, y'all. Give me a minute. Um, and so I don't have to worry about that kind of shit. So um, I mean, I think there's that. I mean, you hear it inside, but it's not as dramatic. So um, yeah, I think like I said, inside for me, and you can kind of control like the environment. So I do like that.
Yeah, the only thing I want to add to the outside is, man, smoking a cigar with the fire pit going, man. That's the fucking vibe
Oh
right
yeah,
there,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm
I
with you on
fucking
that.
love smoking with the fire pit going. I gotta do that real soon. Get the fire pit together
Mm-hmm.
one day. But yeah,
Mm-mm. You
I
don't
think
want to do it right now.
oh, hell no.
You don't
I
want to do
think
that
if
for a few
I had
months.
to pick, I think I would go outside. I really like smoking outside better.
Mm-hmm.
I just like being in my own zone, and plus looking at people's faces when they're like, "Oh my god, he's smoking a cigar." I love it.
But see, you know what's funny though? I
But
find less people give that response um, about cigars than they do about cigarettes. Because I remember the most recent time I had usually when I'm smoking outside, it's like at a lounge or not a lounge, but at an event where somebody's smoking, and that's kind of what you're there for. But the last time I can think of is for my birthday last year when I was staying at a hotel and they had like a little patio, little area that's on there's a lake, and
mhm.
you basically sitting out. That was cool as hell. So you sitting out on this little patio on the lake smoking a cigar,
Oh, that's dope.
and people just kind of like, hey, what you smoking on? Or or if smoke was coming out, they kind of move. Like I feel like cigars get a different consideration than cigarettes. I think.
That's true. They do. Like, oh, he's sophisticated. He's smoking a cigar. Or versus, look at that nigga over there smoking new potes. Get that nigga out of here.
All right, man. So, how are your accessories treating you?
Better, man. Better.
Good,
Real
good,
good
good.
cigar, man. It's burning fast as hell, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to put this joker down, but smoking really good, man. And I just refreshing my cup of Haku and cranberry juice. So I'm gonna get back on that, man. And yeah, that's pretty much it. How about yours?
Not bad. It's burning a little faster than I would have liked it to as well, but that might be because of the exhaust out here. But yeah, it's pretty good. I just took a nice little smoke to get some of the flavors in it. It's got pretty decent flavor in it. It's not bad, performing well. Haven't had to touch it up or anything like that, and good. The wine is just okay. It's just okay. I mean, it's not like, oh my gosh, got to get some more. It's like, oh, this is horrible. It's just wine.
Is it pairing good at least?
It's pairing okay. It's kind of one of those where it's like, some pairs complement very well. Some pairs like are just no. Some make each other better, and some are just like there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it doesn't hurt it. It doesn't help it. It just is a thing.
right, right. Like vodka.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, man. So a couple days ago, I was talking to Lamar, and I gave him a hug and told him I love him, and he smiled and gave me a kiss on the cheek. And I was trying to remember a situation like that growing up, or if people would do stuff like that growing up. And so, remember, there was a clip too on Instagram a while back where the dude was like asking his grandfather or some shit to give him a hug. And he was like, I ain't giving you no damn hug. They got my OG.
I
And
think I
so
seen.
you probably seen it. And so I got to thinking about that. And I was like, how do you feel about like showing your son affection as a father?
Honestly, man, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I mean, yeah, the way I do my sons, it's a fine line between being a strong male and doing some affection type shit. But I make sure my sons know that yeah, your daddy love you, daddy got your back. I hug shit. Dre's 18, I still hug his punk ass. But
Mm-hmm.
as far as like kissing on the cheek and stuff like that, that stops about four for me. Like that's over with. And once you hit about 11, 12, the sitting up under me shit, yeah, that shit's over with too. But as far as actually saying, hey man, I love you, hugging you and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Wrap my arm around their ass while we walking and just shooting shit, stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like what dad did.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and
But see, what's
as
funny is he didn't always do that until
no,
much later.
yeah, yeah. And honestly, I don't see nothing wrong with it. A lot of dudes, well, hell no, man, my son ain't gonna be on no.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I was just gonna say fucking to say it because I normally fucking to say it, but trying to be good. We're gonna be monetized with that. But
right.
they just be like, no, man, that's some soft shit right there. You ain't doing it. No, fuck that, man. My son needs to know that his dad is still a tough guy, and I will
Mm-hmm.
fuck you up. But you need to know that I love you, other than just words, man. Because especially the way my children are, words really don't mean shit. Really, I mean, you got to really show and prove with my children. So, um, showing them affection is a definite Yeah, like like even Kevion, he's still at that age where he can lay on my shoulder or some shit like that while we're watching TV for a little while. But Keontae, I kind of get your motherfucking ass, get your big ass off me, man. He did the shit yesterday. We was watching the movie, man. Silly ass boy. I said, get your ass off me, boy. But Dad, I love you. I love you too, man. Get your ass off me if I choke you out. But shit like that, man. Then there's different kinds of affection, like the rustling, the tickling, and shit like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's way more than just that sentimental kind of affection, especially with my sons. Like every time I see Kevin Drake, he'll bump my shoulder, I'll push his ass into the wall type shit, and we wrestle just a little bit, man. That's our affection, Keep me and Keontae, Keontae talk shit or slap my shoulder or something, then I yoke his ass up or something like that. Kevion hit me and run. I mean, we just different levels of affection. Just depends on your dynamic with your son, really. And that's really mine, man. We could be, just a real chill, gentle type affection, or we could be shooting shit, talking shit, roasting each other kind of affection, man. That's just how my dynamic with my sons are, man. But how about you, man? Because the LJ is a trip.
Yeah, the dude's a mess. I think it just depends, man. Like, I think you get so, not me personally, but people get so caught up on not wanting their son to be soft or whatever the case may be. And it's like you spend so much time on that, you end up having children or, as they grow up, they don't know how to show affection, be it, to their kids or to their significant others, or if shit gets bad and like let's say like your parent gets sick, you don't know what to do. You never hugged them before, so you don't want to hug them. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what to do. You just sit around looking stupid. So I mean, I think you have to work on that. And I mean, I don't mind, like, I mean, because in other cultures, people kiss their kids on the cheek. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, I think I think it depends on the dynamic of the family and whatever y'all agree with. Like you said, like some people would see roasting as, oh my gosh, that is so mean. Why would you do that? That's just gonna mess up their psyche and their self-esteem. But if y'all all laughing and joking and it's a good time, I mean, that's
You've
really
been in the car with me and Dre talking shit.
Yes, I have. We all have been talking together. And I mean, and like you said, a good point that you hit on is that affection takes many forms. Like when people think affection, they think of like hugs and kisses and touch. It's time too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your son asks you or your daughter asks you, well, we're talking sons today, so we'll just stick with sons. But if your son's like, "Hey, can we play?" and you're like, "Fuck, I don't really want to, but that's my boy, so I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and we gonna play dinosaurs real quick." And I mean that's what it's about. I mean that time, that energy to show, like you were saying, showing that you care and showing how you feel about them, so they know that they have that support system. They know that as they get older, they can trust you, they can rely on you, they can come to you with anything. You know what I'm saying? And not necessarily have that fear relationship or that adversarial relationship or whatever. I mean, I expect as he gets older and he gets taller and bigger, he may try to push his boundaries, and I may have to introduce him to leverage and angles and all that stuff, and that's fine. We can do that. Shout out to Tyler, he had to learn that.
I mean, they're gonna try. It's the nature of the beast.
Yeah. But I mean, I think too, I think it's also how your sons see you in affection with like your wife too. You know what I'm saying? Like not only how you show affection to them, but also how you show affection to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't ever see your parents kissing, or you don't ever see them hugging or holding hands or anything like that, I think you ultimately want them to be able to express themselves, but you don't want them to be like distraught and emotional wreck at any negative instance. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause sometimes, yes, it sucks. You're gonna wallow in that suck, but then sometimes you gotta button that shit up and let's get to work. And I think that's where like giving them that support and showing them that affection, it really all kind of like comes together for them as they get older. And I say this because I have a 3-year-old right now, so we'll see what happens when he's 6, 9, 12, 4, and so forth and so on. He still has to sit with me, and I mean every time it's gonna end up painful because his little ass can't sit still, but I still enjoy every minute of it.
Yeah, because eventually, man, you're gonna miss it.
Yep, and I was thinking about that too. Yeah,
eventually gonna miss it. We go to Augusta, and when Dre was younger, for example, uh, we come in town and he's pew, daddy, daddy,
Mm-hmm.
come with daddy. Now it's, hey man, I see you. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow or something. I don't know. I gotta work. So it's just like, well, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll see him, maybe I won't, man. That took
Right.
some getting used to. And then, Keontae's in that stage where he's trying to feel himself out just a little bit. So he's kind of
Mm-hmm.
off on his own stroll. Kevion is still there depending on his mood, but he's that them boys of mine have always been like really, really like independent type kids. So they kind of just on their own fucking stroll like they dads, man. And then
See,
something that you
Kevion is the one that'll mess around and have a prank channel, and his ass come out the bathroom shooting you with a Nerf gun or something.
Yeah. I should tell him to do it, but not prank me, of course, because get your ass beat on your own channel. That's at your own risk. Yeah. God damn it. But like that affection thing was like is like some real shit, man. Because when it came to like showing feelings and emotions and all
Mm-hmm.
that other shit, man, we didn't know how to do that, man.
Yeah,
The
definitely had to
culture,
learn it.
the culture we grew up in at that time, and the dynamic and all this other shit that we had going on. We grew up at that time. It really didn't. There was really no room for that. There was really nobody showing you what affection looks like. This is more something that we had to learn from trial and error, and being that we've learned it, and we keeping our kids from going through the same thing where they breaking these little emotional and affection type barriers, help them with their relationships with their own kids, relationships with their spouses, hell, relationships with us as we fucking get older. Because my kids are gonna be at the point where they could say, "Hey, Dad, this is fucked up. This girl broke my heart, or this
Mm-hmm.
dude did me dirty. Okay, daughter, I'm coming to kill him soon." Um, but, but I mean, that's just some real shit we didn't learn growing up, man. And it's important, especially for our sons, to know it, because as a leader in the house, you're not just a breadwinner and a protector, man. You got to be that emotional support for the whole fucking house.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to deal with different levels of shit in the house because there's so many personalities, depending on how many people you got in your fucking house. But there's so many
Yeah.
different personalities that you got to deal with and navigate through, and you got to be that leader to be there for people emotionally as well. So that's where that affection comes in. All right, man. So we've been talking about this a few times, man, especially over the past month with your homeowner woes, if you want to call them that you've been having going on, bro. And it makes me think. I mean, a lot of people gas up the whole "I'm a homeowner, I'm a home number, you're stupid if you're renting," blah 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 blah. And I don't know if I completely agree, man. So I was like, what's basically renting versus home ownership, man. I'm a renter right now, thinking about owning a home soon, and you've been owning a home for a while. I don't even know how long you've been in that motherfucker,
I
but it's
mean, we've
been a
been
minute.
here since 2010,
Yeah,
so
so it's been a minute.
what's it, 13 to 13 years?
Yeah, but as long as I've been in the goddamn army, I've been in that house. Don't even seem that long. But
Mm-mm.
since you are a pretty veteran homeowner, you know what I'm saying? Renting versus home ownership, bro. Floor is yours.
Fucking sucks. I mean, like, so all right. So there is nothing like having your own house. Like, let me get that right out the gate first. It's amazing, when your grass is looking good, and you get like fresh housework done, and you look at it and you admire your house. There is no feeling like that, man.
Mhm.
It's amazing. Like I bet the next best feeling is when you get the title to your house when your house is paid off. Um, that's probably a good feeling too that I hope to feel in a few years. Um, so that's one thing. But man, if you get into a situation where your house you can just barely afford your mortgage, rent,
Yeah.
rent, rent. Because while you may be able to afford the mortgage, there's going to be repairs, there's going to be HOEAs, there's going to be um, maintenance. I mean, toilets going to go out, refrigerators going to go out, food's going to spoil. Garage, like there is nothing worse than when you got to go to work in the morning and you just hear, bah,
Mm.
your garage door spring breaks. And you're like, well, I guess I'm taking the day off and figuring out who can repair my garage spring.
Can't even get
Um,
out your goddamn house. That's fucked up.
I mean, you can get out, but it's a pain because, especially like on the other side, thankfully it hasn't popped yet, but that's where my motorcycles are. And so getting in there kind of sucks. And then there's like a string to pull the garage door, and it's kind of a pain if the car is in the garage trying to get to it and trying to get it open. So it's a pain. There's always something to do. There's always something to fix. I mean, you can spend money, and then like you can do it yourself if you want to, if you're handy like that, or paying to get it done. Man, you just don't know. Like, am I getting a good deal? Is it worth getting a good deal for? Am I getting cheated? I mean, you always looking for that. If you got HOAs suck. Um, I ain't found a good reason for an HOA yet, and I just talked to my HOA last week, so I still ain't found a good reason to talk to them yet. I mean, and like you said, people make it seem like if you rent, you're stupid. Um, Renting gives you flexibility. So, like you, for example, you're in the SIP right now. If you were buying a house, if you owned where you stay right now, and you had to move, say next month, you'd be stuck in that house. And you'd also be subject to what the housing market is, because if the housing market is hot and you can sell it real fast for a profit, you're good. But if the market is bad, or like right now, interest rates on home loans are high, and people aren't trying to buy houses like they were like a year, 2 years ago, and you're not gonna get what you was gonna see. Like, if you had a house last year and you were looking to sell, man, great time, great time. You could sell or you could refinance. I mean, it was great time. But if you're trying to do it now, man, it's like it's dry. It's real dry. Like here last year, man, if a house was on sale on a Monday, it was under contract on Friday.
Damn.
It was crazy. Yeah, but now, yeah, there's a house right here on the end of the street now. It's been on the market for a minute, and I mean, I'm sure it's going to take a little while to sell because, man, interest rates are so high. And like you'll see those calculations, like, a $200,000 house 2 years ago would cost you, or I take that back, like a $400,000 house 2 years ago would give you the same mortgage payment as a $200,000 house would now, because the interest rates are so crazy. And so the numbers are a little bit off there, but it's kind of like that. It's close. I have to look at the exact numbers to see, but it's crazy. I mean, then like the repairs, and then some repair. I mean, that's really it. It's when you renting, man. If if your AC goes out, you get on the phone. It sucks that your house is hot, but somebody fixing it ain't gonna cost you nothing extra. That AC go out here. That AC go out here. You hot, and you better hope you have some money in the savings account to cover that, because AC ain't no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, when our AC went out about a month ago, and I called and they came to fix it, I was like, "Don't be the big one, don't be the big one, don't be the big one." And luckily, it wasn't. But even still, man, it's always something, man. It's always something. Like, we just spent a significant amount of money fixing some shit around the house, and guess what? There's still more. There is still more that needs to be done. There's always more. And then you start, and then, but I mean, it's cool because you can also do with what you want to your house within reason. So I mean, like, I have a gym in my garage. I have the motorcycles in the garage. I got the man cave upstairs that's getting ready to move to the man cave / office downstairs. You can paint. You can take walls out. You can do all kind of shit. So you get that flexibility of what you do inside. But on the other side, like, renting gives you that flexibility. Like, if you need to move, you can just, okay, at worst, you got to break a lease.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can talk about, like, you can rent your house out, and they talk about, like, the equity and the fact that it's ownership, and that's cool. That's all an advantage, but it's not all created equal. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are like in your situation, I would not be like, oh, I'm gonna buy me a house because ownership is where it's at, and I'm in Mississippi, and I'm in the military, and I could be leaving in that house in 6 months to a year. That's
I
dumb.
won't say our military people keep buying houses and shit when
I
they know
mean,
you about to leave.
the only way it makes sense is if you've got your money right like that, and you can buy. Because I know a guy that everywhere he goes, he's not in the military. He used to be in the military, but every time he takes a new position, he buys a house in that area, and then it becomes a rental property for him. So if you could do that, that's great. But
True.
if you can't, you might have to take a hit, because like back when we first moved in, like a couple houses down, the guy just bought the house. Like, he wasn't even finished moving his shit in good yet. Got a job offer he couldn't refuse, and he had to take a hit on the house sale because he needed to get up off that house. And I mean, those are the things that don't really be considered, man. So from the rental perspective, what do you think, man?
Hey man, this shit great, man. Anything break? Hey man, this shit broke. Here's a picture. They come out and fucking fix it. Shit, just the other day we got a fucking window replaced. Well, not the other day, but a few months ago we got a window replaced. The fucking gate fixed and all this other shit. I ain't had to pay a motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
It's great. But at the same time, it is kind of like I get that whole you're wasting money kind of, because you are paying towards something that's never going to be fucking yours. It's like for those weird guys who got that one prostitute or that one stripper that they always go fucking see, and they spend all this money on that prostitute or that stripper, knowing damn well they ain't never gonna be your motherfucking wife. You're just gonna keep paying and paying and paying and paying and paying and paying, and there's really no fucking benefit to it. I'm sorry, guys. That's the best fucking example.
I mean, let me stop you right there, and I'm gonna tell you, as the owner, not as the stripper patron, but as the owner. I mean, if you value that convenience or that lack of commitment, if you will, you're paying that premium for that convenience of not having that commitment. So using your same analogy, if you don't want a relationship and don't want the attachments for that, then there's a benefit to paying that money. I mean, like, just like think about how rappers went from like, you know, I ain't paying nobody no money to it ain't tricking if you got it. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you don't want the headache, it's worth paying that. Like, yes, it comes off as wasting money, but it's not really wasting money because you got to look at what the value proposition is. And the value is you can call and be like, yo, come fix my window.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Which is true, man. But at the same time, just me personally, like you said, the convenience of it and the money you're saving. There's nothing wrong if you want to be a fucking renter for the rest of your fucking life. That is perfectly fucking fine. Don't let these motherfuckers, they got this little, oh, we closed on our home with the keys and the pictures and all this other bullshit. Fucking gas you up. You know what I'm saying? You do what you feel like is fucking best for you. Yes, I enjoy renting. Yes, I'm a little apprehensive about owning my own home, yet for the sake of being able to have my home the way I want it, to paint it the way I want it, to add what I want to add to it. Hell, all the way down to having the kind of dog that I want to have in my motherfucking house.
Yeah.
And
that's real.
Do practically whatever the fuck I want to do in my shit, and to say that it's my shit. Just like you said, man, when you get that fucking title, it's something to it. Just like when I got the title to the fucking Journey about a month or two ago. That sense of pride and relief and all the other shit, knowing that you did this shit, man, ain't nothing like that, man. And now it's mine. I could fucking throw fucking hydraulics on that bitch and gut the fucking engine and put a fucking Hemi in that motherfucking everything. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm just saying I can do whatever the fuck I want to do to that car right now. I can go out this bitch right now with my fucking combat axe and fucking chop that motherfucker up. And I can fucking do that because it's mine. I'm just saying. No, I'm not saying do that type of shit, but you get where I'm going, where it's your type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll have a man cave where I don't have to worry about not having a ventilation because I can't put nothing extra in it to make it just exactly what I want to have it. Or I want to go shoot my weapons in my fucking backyard. I can't do that shit in fucking rental property, of course. And depending on where you buy a house at, you can't do it there either.
I was gonna say I can't do it here, nowhere close.
That's why I'm trying to get some land to go be able to shoot where the fuck I want to shoot it. But there's definitely benefits to both. Honestly, it just depends on the person. Now, if you're that person that's trying to keep up with the fucking Joneses, and next thing you know what I'm saying, your house is in what's it called, foreclosure or some shit like that, and you know, then you out bad. Like you said, if you could barely afford the fucking mortgage, don't get the goddamn house because repairs is a motherfucker. Water heater alone will run you a couple fucking grand. And that's just the motherfucking water heater itself, not putting that motherfucker in. And then
if I told you how much I paid to get new grass, new fucking grass.
New grass, you know what I'm saying? Then that whole homeowner association shit. See, I'm not with that. I can't get behind that shit at all. Your fucking mailbox is 3 centimeters too close to the goddamn curb. You got to spend $1,500 to move your goddamn mailbox type shit.
Yeah,
I ain't got time.
They get us for our trash cans being in front. Yeah, it's a mess.
And see shit like that, I'm not with. You know what I'm saying? The renter, when you're renting, as long as you paying your rent, these motherfuckers ain't gonna come out here fucking with you. They don't give a damn about what you got going on, as long as you pay your goddamn rent. But
I mean, it depends though. I mean, because like the house that's for sale right now, it used to be a rental property, but I guarantee you, if they get from the renter's perspective, if if your fence goes down, the HOA sees it, they're gonna be like, hey, you need to get your fence repaired. As the renter of the property, you're like, hey man, you better get this fence done. But as the owner of the property, you're like, fuck, I gotta get this fence done.
Hey, I'm
so
renting.
It still
I don't give a fuck how they feel. I don't give a damn how you feel. Bitch, I'm renting. I don't care. That's your problem, not mine. I would go to the fucking authorities on your motherfucking ass and not pay rent. Like I almost had to pull on the motherfucking Augusta, but I got that shit worked out. He was mad as fuck too. I guess you went to Google University. Hell yeah, I did. Top of my goddamn class. But he was fucking hot. I told that motherfucker, you ain't getting all the rent unless you fix this shit. As per this. He was like, fuck. I was like, yeah, yes, sir. You don't know what you fucking with. I ain't just some regular front of the mill Negro, sir. I know my shit. But but I ultimately do what we do. Me and Janae both. We're eventually gonna buy us a house also. For that same reason, I want to have a house to make it my own, the way I want it, the way she wants it, and not just that, something that I can pass on to the kids with my land and shit like that. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Like a big mama's house family reunion type fucking deal where this house has been in our family for generation and generation type shit, man. Like that's really what I fucking want, man.
I mean, that's a good point.
Legacy left by with
because when you look at generational wealth and when you look at just wealth period, there's a direct correlation between home ownership and net worth. And that's a valuable thing too. I mean, because when I do my net worth calculation, because of the value of my home, it shoots up significantly compared to if I didn't have it. So I mean, there are advantages. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely a plus to own a house, but definitely do it when you're ready. I'm just a little salty because I spent a lot of damn money right now. So
and don't feel bad if you just renting still. You like,
yeah. I mean, that's 50s,
yes. Or your 60s or whatever, and you still renting your fucking home while your friends is this and that. Who gives a fuck? You got a roof over your head. First of all, you got a goddamn roof over your head.
That's
you're doing what you can afford. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's
you
important.
Live, whether it's owning it or you renting it and you comfortable and you happy, that's really all that fucking matters. Who gives a fuck if you rent or own it?
That's true.
And if you want a pit bull, you ain't supposed to have a pit bull, but you pay your rent every fucking month. They ain't gonna come checking for that goddamn pit bull.
I mean, what you want. Yeah, because I mean, the one cool thing about when I rented when we lived in Austin, the cool thing about renting and having the flexibility of moving, you can see like different parts of the city, and you're like, hey, there's this part that's kind of cool. Oh, I live over here now. That's cool. I live over here now. It's not as easy to do that with a house. I mean, a couple years ago it might have been, but right now it's not as easy to do that. To just be like, oh, let's get an apartment downtown and see what that's like.
Yep, nah, this shit really ain't hitting on nothing. Year go by, let's go ahead and move again. And that's now that you mentioned that point, man, like we was in Atlanta so long, we moved and everything like that, man. Like it was really cool to see. Okay, we're in this section. This section fucking sucks. Let's go see what this section is fucking about.
Yeah.
And then, especially being military, it's a lot easier when you're fucking renting because, per law, if you gotta fucking go and you got some fucking order saying that you got to go, you can break your lease and ain't gotta pay a goddamn thing.
That is true.
Compared to owning a home, you gotta jump through all these hoops to get the home sold or rented out, or you find a third party fucking realtor person to take care of everything. You still gotta pay them money. I mean, it's just that's just like everything else in life, man. There's pros and cons to fucking everything. You just gotta do whatever you feel like you want to do. But I'm getting my own house with my fucking gun range in the back. That's happening.
Figure out what's best for your situation. And I mean, I think that's key. I mean, and whatever's best for your situation, the hell with what anybody else got to say or what they think about it.
Goddamn right.
So, I mean, that's really what it boils down to.
As long as you got a roof over your head where you're sleeping, eating, and fucking, who cares? Who cares?
Yes, the important things.
You goddamn right.
The important thing. All right, everybody. So renting versus buying. Renting an apartment or a house or something like that versus buying a house. Which one do you think is better? And tell me why. I really want to hear your advantages, one or the other. And if you think someone's stupid for renting, let us know. If you think they're stupid for owning a home, also let us know. It'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
We'll see how you cook.
I want to hear from the realtors, man. I want to hear what y'all got to say on the subject.
Let's hear how you guys cope.
Gotta cope.
Inside joke there. Inside joke.
Stay away from the Panther Library. I don't know where that's at, but it's somewhere.
It's in Wakanda. Definitely Wakanda. Got to be Wakanda or Atlanta. Or Atlanta.
Oh, you just gave me an idea to comment back.
Oh, I'm here to help. All right, man. So how are your accessories?
The cigar, man, after, you know what I'm saying, my trials and tribulations with the first one. I'm still smoking that motherfucker, by the way.
You should.
After my trials and tribulations with the first one, man, the cigar was great. The vodka's the vodka, man. Nothing new, nothing great, no new taste or forms or fashions. I mean, like I said, to me, all vodka tastes the same. But the cigar kind of enhances the flavor or just keeps the flavor the same. And that combination of cigar and vodka kind of enhanced the flavor of the vodka a little bit, man. So it was good. It's a good pairing, man. How about yours?
It's one of my favorite wine. It was just okay. Even though it had cigar on the front of the big scale, it didn't make a big difference. Like I've had some wines that have been aged in bourbon barrels and shit. That has a better pairing with the cigar, or better. I mean, I won't say the pairing was bad, but a better complementary. It better complements the cigar than this one did. It didn't work against it. It was just like there, kind of like almost like I won't say drinking water, but you know, like water doesn't impact the cigar one way or the other. This is kind of like that same way. Like it's not a bad wine, but it doesn't enhance the flavor or anything like that. So I mean, there's that. The cigar was pretty good. Yeah, no problems. Pretty good flavor. I've had Rojas cigars before. This is not my favorite Rojas, but it's not bad by any means. I would smoke it again.
Still.
Yeah, and it's better than the meeting cigar, so I won't even make it seem like it's a meeting cigar. It's a pretty decent cigar.
Hell yeah. So before we move on, my vodka drinkers, put some in the comments, man. Let me know some vodka that tastes a little different. I don't want no peach, pineapple, green apple, none of that bullshit. And I don't want to hear the typical shit, Ciroc, Absolute, shit like that. Something different, man, that you vodka drinkers out there drinking on, man. Put some in the comments, man. Let me know something I should try. And I promise you, if you put it in the comments, I'm going to try it. And I'll do a video or whatever of the shit. And I'll tag you in the motherfucker.
So, can we get them some merch? Can we do that?
Can we? I'd appreciate it. I'm looking for some vodka.
All right. We'll work on that. We might post that on the socials and see what we can do.
Let's do it.
All right. You got anything else for the people before we wrap up?
Yeah, man. Affection don't make you weak. Regardless of what affections you show or have or anything like that, man, that shit don't make you weak. Y'all, if y'all in the Augusta, Carolina areas, y'all check out Trayshawn, man. He out there playing arena football. Man. He got a pick six his last game, man. So
cool.
Y'all go ahead and check them out, man. I can't remember the team off the top of my head right now. Forgive me. If y'all know the team I'm talking about, Trey, if you see this video, man, put the name of your team in the comments, bro.
Yeah.
Also, y'all keep checking out MF and Research, man. Shout out to my brother, man. The merch he putting out there on Amazon. Y'all hit them clicks, man, to buy some of that shit he putting out there, man. And as always, shop with the Melanin Warriors podcast.myshopify.com. Yes. We actually got something real good coming real soon, man. The Melanin Royalty line of shirts is coming real soon, man. It's an AI I found, bro, that you type up what you want to type up and it shows the
Mid-Journey.
No, it's called Dolly or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dolly, but it's called Dolly. So I got my pictures from there. But
okay.
Yeah, we got some new shit coming just in time for fucking Juneteenth, man. And hey, love everybody. Race don't matter. Sexuality don't matter. None of that shit matters, man. Show love to every fucking body.
That's right.
Show love.
That's right. All right. All I got is tell Casey to put the clickable link in the description of his videos so people can just click the link and they can buy the merch. Make it easy for people to spend money is all I'm saying. I don't really have much else. Y'all just stop doing stupid shit. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And episode 94 in the books.
Yes, sir.
We out.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day.
Yep. Yes.